yesterday. Okay, what we did is see here, HANA being acting as a in-memory computing database. Okay, will have three types of features. One thing is that loading the data. The second thing is modeling the data, and third one is reporting the data out. So that's why when you want to model the database within HANA Studio, the first thing is that we need to have the tables that should be available in HANA, which should be loaded with data. Okay, so the first thing that we need to understand here is for the purpose of loading the data into this SAP HANA, okay, the obvious source that we generally bank on or count on is going to be your SAP ECC. This is the first thing. Okay, and the second thing is that I want to use BODS as the tool for the purpose of extracting the data, transforming the data, and then start loading the data into the another platform. That particular platform is supposed to be your HANA database. This is going to be your HANA database that we are supposed to create. So that means that we are supposed to have SAP ECC acting as a source, HANA acting as a target, and BODS acting as the interface or intermediate tool for doing the extract. This is the place where we start extracting the data. This is the place where we try to transform using BODS and then start loading the data into the HANA database. But the main problem here is, please follow carefully, especially the new guys, Kiran and Rajiv Reddy. Okay, two things you need to understand is that SAP ECC is nothing but a database that is hosted on the secondary storage device in the form of the hard disk. But this particular HANA is nothing but a database that is hosted on the primary memory, which is nothing but the in-memory computing database, or else in-memory computing engine, what we call. So that's why we are trying to load the data from the secondary storage onto a database which is hosted on the primary storage altogether. Okay, and we did the integration part, and we also tried to create the connections. For extracting the data from the ECC and then loading the data into this SAP HANA. That is the part that we have done yesterday, right? Vijay and Anand?
Yes.
Okay, now the second thing is going to be Kiran and Rajiv, what I sincerely request you is that to please note down the questions in case if you need any clarifications. Okay, and we are going to discuss them at the 9:30 session. 9:30 session is going to be very, very critical, where we are going to see the complete architecture of SAP HANA. Okay. So come here. Now, let me also close this one. Start. We are having these programs. We are having this business objects data services 4.1, and we are going to have this data services designer. Okay, this is the tool that we generally use for the purpose of building your ETL jobs. Okay, this is the tool that we generally use for the purpose of creating the migration jobs for extracting the data from your SAP ECC and then start loading the data into the SAP HANA database. So we start working on this particular designer. So please try to follow this particular step by step the way I am trying to navigate. The first thing is that I need to specify the server, the user ID and the password. Okay. And click on this login button. When we click on this particular login button, the list of all repositories are going to be displayed. Kiran and Rajiv Reddy, the one thing that you need to understand is that a repository is nothing but a relational database which is supposed to hold all the ETL applications that you create using BODS. That means that whatever all the ETL applications that you want to create, this is nothing but the repository where all your ETL applications are stored. So that's why as a matter of a practice, as a matter of a mandate, we are expected to log into the repository for the purpose of working on any type of application. So that's why we need to select this particular HANA platform for the purpose of working on this particular applications. So you please select this particular HANA platform and then click on OK to continue. So Again, it will ask for the user ID and password. And click on OK. Okay, so this is what is your data services platform. Within this data services platform, let us try to follow a particular hierarchy here. Okay. So Srinagar, you are following, right? Srini.
Yes, Avi.
Yeah. The first thing what you are expected to have is something like this. What I can say is 1 minute. We need to create a project. Okay. Once a project is created, what we need to do is that we need to create a job in that one. We need to create a job in this one. Okay. Jobs are of two types. Okay. First type of jobs are called as the batch jobs. Batch job. And second type of job is nothing but your real-time job. Let me tell you what is the main difference between the batch job and the real-time job. Please follow carefully. Batch, generally, when you start doing this particular data loading, that will happen in a specific time window. Okay. Within that specific time window, the batch job is responsible for extracting the data from the source and loading the data into the target only once. Extracting the data from the source and loading the data into the target only once. Okay, but there is one more type of job, which is the real-time job. These jobs are basically responsible for the purpose of continuously extracting the data and then continuously loading the data in a specific time window. Continuously extracting and continuously loading the data in a specific time window, and such type of jobs are called as the real-time jobs. So initially we are going to focus on this particular batch job. Okay, for the purpose of creating this batch job, so for the purpose of creating this particular batch job, what we need to do is that we need a connection to your ECC system. Kiran and Raju Reddy, I expect you have some background in ECC, right? ECC and BI. This particular ECC is supposed to act as a source. ECC is supposed to act as a source, and we are supposed to have a target, and this target is nothing but your SAP HANA. Target is nothing but your SAP HANA. Target is nothing but your SAP HANA here. So that means that what we need to do is that we need to start making the connections. We need to start making the connections from BODS to this ECC source as well as BODs to this particular target, and those particular connections are created with a type of concept called as the data store concept. Data store concept. And Vijay, you remember this particular data store also has been created yesterday, right? So when we go to these particular tools, what you are having is that you are having something called as the object library that is existing. So we select this particular object library here. So Kiran and Raju Reddy, we are talking something called as the repository. The repository is the place where all your ETL applications will be existing. The ETL applications will exist in the following components. Okay, the first thing is that you are going to have a project, you are going to have the jobs, you are having the workflows, you are having the data flows, you are having the set of transforms that we use, and then this is the place where you are having the data stores. There are two things here. One is nothing but the data store, and second thing is nothing but the format. Please let me tell you what is the purpose of this data store and what is the purpose of this particular format. Okay, the data store is basically used to set up the connections between the ECC system to BODS and between any relational database to this particular BODS, whereas this particular formats is expected to establish the connections to all the different formats of your flat files. Okay, but what we are interested here is we are interested to create a data store to assume to make a connection to your SAP ECC system as well as to make a connection to your SAP HANA database also. Okay. First thing is that when you want to start extracting the data or when you start loading the data, first thing is that a proper connections need to be established between these two. A proper connections need to be established between these two databases. So those are the two connections that we started establishing yesterday. So I hope everybody, including the newcomers, have understood the concept of what exactly is a data store and why should we make the connections, and what is a project and what is a job and how many types of jobs are there, what is a batch job and what is a real-time job. Is that concepts clear to you, or you have any questions? Please let me know. Especially to Anand.
No, I don't have any questions. No problem. Please go ahead. Ravi, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Srini, you are clear, right? Srini and Vijay.
Yes, Ravi.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Fine. I need to hear from Kiran and Rajiv.
Yes, we are fine.
Sorry?
Yeah, sorry, it's clear? Okay. Now, the next thing what I'm going to do now is I'll show you how the connections have been established here. How the connections have been established here. See here. I have a connection that is already established. One is something like ECC replication HANA, ECC replication HANA, as well as ETL ECC underscore source or ETL underscore replication underscore ECC. These are the two connections that have been created. One is ETL replication underscore ECC, and next one is that ECC replication HANA. These are the two things that have been created here. Okay. Okay. Now, the thing what we need to do is that two things here. One minute, please. ECC source, and second thing is ECC underscore replication. So we establish the connections. In case if you want to see these particular connections, you click on this particular edit button here. You can see the name of the server, the user ID and the password along with some connections to the ECC system. Okay, it is defined in the manner of this particular client number, the system number, and then this particular shared directory has been specified here. Shared directory has been specified here, and similarly to your HANA database also it is specified like this. You please click on this particular edit button, you will be able to see what exactly is the HANA source and what is the user ID and the password. These things also has been specified here. These things also has been specified here in this particular case. ECC source here. So one thing I thought of telling you is that these two data sources establishes the connection to the SAP ECC system along with your SAP HANA system also they have been created. That means that we can successfully establish a connection to them. Now, once the connections are established, then what we need to do is that we need to have the option of creating these particular jobs, in order to transfer the data from the ECC system to the HANA system. In order to transfer the data from the ECC system to the demo system. Okay. Sorry. So let us try to see the hierarchy, how we are going to create this one. How are we going to create this one? We are going to create a project. Okay. Within this project, what we are going to do is that we are going to create a job. Okay. The job, what we are going to do is that we are going to create a batch job. We are going to create a particular batch job. Okay. Within this particular batch job, what we need to do is that we need to create a data flow. This is the terminology what we are going to use.
Workflow and job flow, right?
Yeah, obviously workflow should be there along with the data flow should be there. But in case if your job is going to contain a single data flow, a workflow may not be required on it.
Yeah,
okay.
yes, yeah, right. Yeah.
So this is what is your data flow. In this particular data flow, what you are supposed to have is that you are going to have the source table. You are supposed to have the source table. Okay. Then you are supposed to have this. Let me tell you. You are supposed to have what we can say.
Transformation.
Yeah.
Or
The various set of transformations you need to have. And finally, we need to have the target structure that should exist. We need to have the target structure that should exist. The source table, the transformations along with the target structure that should exist basically. Transformations along with the target structure that should exist. Okay, so to do this one, what we need to have is that, see here, the source table is going to be your ECC. Okay, the target is going to be your HANA. The target is going to be your HANA here. Okay, and the next thing, what we need to be sure of is while extracting the data from your ECC tables, in order to load the data into the HANA tables, the data load cannot happen directly. Okay. In between, what you are supposed to have is that you are supposed to have a staging layer that should be created. We are supposed to have the staging layer that should be created. Okay. This staging layer is nothing but your relational tables. Okay. Or this particular staging layer is going to be your flat files also. So these are the things that we are supposed to create in this particular case. Staging layers along with this particular flat files has to be created. Okay, so that means that what we need to do is that from the ECC table, we need to bring the data into the flat file, and from that flat file to populate the data into this HANA database. That is the process that we need to follow. So this is the first thing. We start extracting, we populate this data into this place, and then this is the way we need to start loading the data. And one more thing, what is not possible here, a direct transfer of data from the ECC to this particular HANA database is not suggestible. Obviously, we need to have a staging layer that should exist in between. Understood? This is the way that we need to create. And now the thing is that where the flat file should be created. So that means that for the purpose of your ECC and for the purpose of your BODS, okay, in the ECC system itself, what we need to do is that we need to create a shared directory. Okay, this particular shared directory, we need to create a shared directory. So this particular shared directory, what is going to happen is that ECC system, BODS is supposed to extract the data from the ECC table. That is nothing but assume that we are using a table called as KNA1 table we are using. KNA1 table we are using. Okay. BODS will try to execute a job. The job is not your BODS job, but that job is nothing but your this job here, ECC related job. Okay. What that job will do is that job will be executed in the ECC server. That job will be executed in the ECC server. Okay, where it will try to extract the data from the KNA1 table and then put that data into a particular file in the shared directory of your ECC system. In the shared directory of your ECC system. That means that a file is going to be created here. BODS then will start extracting the data from that particular file, and then what it will do is that it will start loading the data into the HANA table. So this is what is expected to happen in the application what we are going to create now. Okay, so that is the process what we are supposed to do here. What I'm trying to tell you here is the BODS will execute a job for extracting the data from the KNA1 table and then place that data in this particular file. Then again BODS will use this particular file, okay, in order to populate the data into this HANA table. So this is the process what we are supposed to do. So the shared directory what we are creating this particular ECC system, okay, should be in a situation where it can be, should be in a particular situation where it can be accessed through BODS also. Where it can be accessed through BODS also basically. That is how we are supposed to make up these particular things. Okay. Vijay, is it clear to you what we are trying to do here?
Yeah, yes, Ravi.
Are any questions from Anand and all? Srini?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So this place we want to do. So let me go here.
Ravi, what's the password you put on the HANA platform when you connect to that designer? Is it the same or is it?
HANA platform in the sense? To the HANA database you are talking about?
Not HANA database. Like once you log into the designer, you know, you have repository.
That is star HANA 123. Star HANA 123.
Oh.
It is different. It is different from the thing what you are having. 1 minute, sir. Okay. So see here. Is this person Chandrasekhar? Hi Chandrasekhar, welcome. Okay. So we need to understand in which system we are in right now. What is the system we are in right now here? When we go to this Explorer, when we click on this particular My Computer and when we try to select this particular properties, we are on the name of the client client. And the system in which we are logging right now is nothing but your client system. The name of the system is nothing but the client. But where is your ECC system? How do you know whether where is your ECC system that is existing? You can find out when you open this one. When you open this one, when you see this CCC and when you see this particular properties, this server is nothing but the place where your ECC server is existing. Server is nothing but the place where your ECC server is existing basically. Okay, so that means that from the client where we are in right now, we should be in a position to log on to this particular server, and then you should be able to access that particular shared directory. When we are able to access that particular shared directly, then only we will be in a position to work out, otherwise we will not be able to work out the things here. So what we need to do is that you please go to this place and then click on this particular run, and then I'm trying to go with this particular server, and this is the place, the SAP MNT is nothing but the mount directory that we need to use, okay, and within this one, you are going to have something called as Ravi that is going to exist, okay. This is the place where your data from your KNA1 table is going to be extracted.
Talking people are
Chandrasekhar garu cheppandi.
Hello sir. I mean, కొంచెం problem late అయింది, sorry sir.
Not a problem, not a problem. Okay. So, and you join at 9:30 also, 9:30 today, Indian time.
Okay sir. Okay.
So, what is going to happen here is, this is the common directory that is going to be utilized by BODS along with ECC for the purpose of putting the data. Ante, whatever the data that you are extracting from the KNA1 table will be kept here so that this can be consumed by BODS in order to load the data into the HANA system. This is what is expected to happen. Okay. For doing this one, we are trying to check the connectivity to make sure that we are able to log in. We are able to log in and access this particular server. This is what we are trying to do here, basically, right?
Ravi, quick question.
Yeah.
This is Anand. The main question is, you are staging the text file as a staging layer, right? Right, from ECC.
Yeah.
Before it goes to the
file.
Yeah, but realistically, do we do that in real applications? We do the same way, like you extract into some staging directory or shared directory?
Anand, one thing here. If you are doing a direct replication of data from the ECC system to onto the HANA platform, BODS is not at all required. Okay.
Okay.
Anand, my point is clear to you. In case if you are doing a direct dump of data from the ECC to HANA platform without any business logic and all, which is going to be a direct dump, BODS is not required, where you try to use the concept of SLT. Okay. But BODS we are going to use where we want to customize the data as per our requirement. Okay. Guys, can you please go on mute if you don't mind? BODS is basically used where we want to customize the data as per the requirement. And BODS need to be used where the structure of your source and the structure of the target may not be compatible with each other, where we need to customize the structure also. In such a case, a direct fly of data is not suggestible, where we need to host the data onto a particular staging layer. From there, we need to take on the things. So that is the reason we need to start using this particular staging.
So we have only two options to do that, like staging.
One option is trying to use your relational database, and second option is trying to use your flat file as a staging layer.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So one is database, another one is like a flat file.
Yeah. Okay.
So Ravi, on that staging folder, whatever you making that Ravi, is that a configurable in the BODS or is it a configurable in the ECC side?
It should be configured on ECC side. Why? Because that is the server component, Vijay, here. This is there on the server side, not on the client side.
Okay.
The place where we are in is nothing but the client system. This is your client system. Ippudu, whatever you are seeing, right? 122, 175, 37, 43, this time you are seeing, right? This is your client system. Okay. And the place where your what is that one? ECC system is located is nothing but your server. Within that one only we are able to access these things basically.
Okay.
So that is the reason it is better to configure this shared directory where your ECC data is present, not on the BODS side. That is the reason a shared directory is supposed to be created on the ECC system. Even the figure also shows like this. ECC getting configured, the shared directory is going to be very much important for us basically. Okay. So Vijay, it is clear to you, right?
Yeah, it's clear. Just I want to know when the DAT file is created. Once I think you start the.
Yeah. Once we start looking into that one, it will be known to you. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Now we go on to this BODS. So let us start creating this particular project. So this project is created yesterday. Project creation is a straightforward approach. Okay. What we do is that you go to the project, click on this new, and then we start creating the project. Once the project is created, assume that this is not there. So I want to create a job. Okay, for the purpose of creating the job, right click this one and then start creating a new batch job. Okay, specify the name of the job is EC underscore 2 underscore HANA replicate REPL. Please specify this one. This is EC2 HANA replicate. I want to specify. EC2 HANA replicate. I want to specify like this. Done. This is your batch job. A job contains two things here. Anand, the workflow concept we'll see later, but because we are very much interested in the data flow at this point.
Okay, sure. No problem.
So we are supposed to create a data flow. And the data flow in case of BODS is going to be of two types. Okay, first type of data flow is nothing but a normal data flow. Normal data flow. Okay, and second type of data flow, what you are having it is nothing but the ABAP data flow. ABAP data flow. ABAP flow. A data flow is nothing but the ETL process that we basically build case. Okay, this is nothing but your ABAP data flow. Normal data flow, and second thing is nothing but your ABAP data flow. These are the two things that we need to understand. So what is the purpose of this ABAP data flow is, ABAP data flow fetches the data from your ECC table. ABAP data flow fetches the data from your ECC table and then starts putting the data into your flat file in the shared directory. Flat file. Puts the data into that flat file in that shared directory. This is what is your ABAP data flow. Okay. Normal data flow, what it will do is that it will take your flat file data and then populates the data into your HANA database. It populates the data into your HANA database. So that's why loading the data from the ECC tables into your flat file is going to be done by your ABAP data flow, and from the flat file onto your particular HANA database is going to be done by your normal data flow. But the thing is that a ABAP data flow cannot exist independently, but it has to be the part of this normal data flow only. So that means that the flow should be like this. You are going to have a project. You are going to have a project. A project is going to contain the job. The job is going to contain the what is that one here? The job is going to contain the normal data flow. Okay. And this normal data flow is expected to contain another flow that is nothing but your ABAP data flow. This is the thing that we need to create basically. So a project containing the job is nothing but your batch job. The batch is supposed to contain the normal data flow, and within this normal data flow you are expected to create this particular ABAP data flow altogether. This is what is the basic thing what we are supposed to create here basically. Okay. Clear, guys?
Right.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
This is Chandrasekhar. I mean, could you please tell me what is ECC file?
ECC is nothing but your ERP central console central what we call. It is nothing but your ERP system. where your transactional data is present. Okay, Chandrasekhar.
Okay. Okay.
Chandrasekhar, may I know your background?
I've done my master's in mechanical engineering, and before coming to US, I've worked for 2 years at Accenture.
On what platform you have worked on Accenture?
I've worked on testing.
So you don't have any idea about SAP?
I don't have any idea about SAP.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one thing is that you please be in this particular class for the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
And you also join that 9:30 class, 9:30 Indian time class. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Please attend this class along with 2 people, Kiran and then Rajiv Reddy.
Okay, sir.
Those 2 people also will be attending. So we need to start creating these particular jobs. So what we do is, this is your job. Within this particular job, what I'm supposed to do is that I'm supposed to create this data flow. And you can see here, data flow is something which is existing here in this case. Data flow is, this is what is your data flow. This is your palette basically, which is the palette and the. Okay. In this palette you have this data flow that is existing, so please collect this data flow and then keep it in this particular place. This is what is your data flow. So we can try to specify this one as EC underscore 2 underscore HANA flow. This is what is your EC underscore 2 underscore HANA. This is what is your job, this is what is your data flow. Okay. Within this data flow, what we are supposed to do is that we are supposed to create an ABAP data flow. Where is your ABAP data flow that is existing here? So you please select this particular ABAP data flow and then make sure that you are placing this one here. This is what is your R3 that is coming here. So please place this one here. So what is your data store that we need to use? The data store that we need to use is nothing but ETL replication underscore ECC that we need to use. Or else ECC to HANA we need to use basically, right? ECC to HANA. And I told you, right? Let me tell you once again, for the purpose of extracting the data from ECC into that particular flat file, for the purpose of extracting the data from the ECC into this particular flat file, what exactly is going to happen is 2 things are going to happen here. Okay. The first thing is BODS will create a job. Okay. That job is supposed to be executed on this particular ECC platform. Okay. That job is supposed to be executed on that ECC platform. That job will try to execute the code which is going to be present in this ABAP file. The job is supposed to execute the code which is going to present in this ABAP file, and this particular ABAP file contains the ABAP code, okay, which is responsible for extracting the data from the flat file, so from the table into this particular flat file. Please understand, BODS for extracting the data from the ECC table into this particular flat file, it initiates a job which is supposed to be running on this particular ECC platform. Okay. So that particular job will try to execute the ABAP code, and that ABAP code is present in this particular ABAP file. So this particular file is supposed to be created with the help of this particular extension called as .aba extension. Okay. This particular ABAP code contains the SQL statement that is responsible for the purpose of populating the data, extracting the data from the KNA1 table in order to be loaded into this particular flat file. This is how the basic understanding has to work out. Is it clear now? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Brother Ravi.
Okay. Srini, is it clear to you? Srini?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, great. So I need to specify the generated ABAP file name. The generated ABAP file name, what I do is that I specify this one as Z CST EXT. customer extract dot ABA, I'll specify here. Extract dot ABA, I'll specify here. Okay. The next thing what I need to do is that I need to specify this particular ABAP program. ABAP program. The ABAP program also will start with Z, right? This is nothing but Z, CXT, EXT. I'll specify like this. Z, CXT, EXT. I'll specify. Then I need to specify the job name. What is this job name? This job name is supposed to be executed at the ECC side for the purpose of extracting that particular piece of data. Okay. So here what I do is that I'll try to specify this one as cust ext underscore job. So these are all the settings what I'm trying to make up in order to make sure the correct data is getting extracted into your SAP ECC platform, from the SAP ECC platform. So I'll apply like this and then click on OK, where you can see you're going to have this particular ABAP data flow that is going to exist here. So is it clear the hierarchy what we are creating here? Rajiv Reddy and Kiran. This is your project. The project contains the job contains the data flow, which is the normal data flow, and the normal data flow is going to contain this particular ABAP data flow, which has been created here. Okay.
Hey,
Now,
Ravi, this is Srini.
yeah.
A quick question. I think you gave ABAP code. What it means, ABAP code should exist in the ECC system?
No. ABAP code is going to be generated by BODS program.
Oh, BODS program. You're not supposed to be in ECC system. It's just a, okay.
BODS is going to create a ABAP program that will be executed in the ECC side in order to extract the data from the K11 table. That is what is the understanding here.
Okay. That ABAP code is stored in the BODSM, right? It's not going to store on the ECC system.
No.
Right?
No. Not the question of storing. It is a question of generating. Who is going to generate the ABAP program?
Okay.
BODS itself is going to generate the ABAP program.
Perfect. I got it.
Okay. In this ABAP data flow, the next thing what we need to do is, see here. You go to these tools, select this, what is that one here, guys? Object library. Within this object library, I will try to select this one as EC2 underscore replicate underscore. What is the table that we are using here? ECC2 replicate HANA. Okay. Select the tables. What is the table that you are having here? Mara is the table is there, but I am interested in this particular Kenya1 table. So please import this Kenya1 table here. One table. Click on this import. This is imported. So what I'm doing is I'm selecting this particular K-name table and bringing onto this particular ABAP data flow. Non-SAP stores. Not this one. Sorry.
Maybe it's
non-SAP
ECC
store
to HANA. It's ECC to HANA, I think.
Okay. This is the table that you are interested. Then, for the purpose of extracting the data, I'll be using this particular query transform in between. This is what is your query transform. And once this query transform is done, the next thing what we need to do is, we need to use a flat file, right? I am supposed to load the data into the flat file. For the purpose of loading the data into the flat file, I use this particular data transport transform. In this one, I need to specify the place. What is the place here? Is server SAP mount.ti. This is nothing but US. US. Is the thing that we want to define like this. US USD I want to define like this. Okay. Once it is defined, then you please go back. Make sure that you are making a link like this. Make sure that you are trying to make a link like this. And then save it for today. Save it for today. This is what has been saved here. Okay. So I told you, right, in the ABAP data flow, this is what I specified. What is specified here? ABAP data flow is supposed to extract the data from the ECC table into the flat file of a particular shared directory, and in your normal data flow from the flat file to the HANA database we need to load. Okay. So this is the step that you have done today. ECC to your query and then to this particular data transport. Okay. So tomorrow onwards I'm going to go on a great pace with great acceleration. Okay. To make sure that this ETL replication is going to go on a grand gala for the next couple of days, that is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday along with Saturday. Okay. We are going to complete this particular ETL replication part. So Vijay and Anand and Srini at the same time, your contribution to the practicals is also very much important. So kindly make sure that you are working on the same.
Okay, Ravi. Ravi, I got a quick question. When you use import KNV table into BODS data source, what exactly happens at behind the scenes? You just bring the
structure is going to be imported.
Table is going to be imported?
Only the structure of the table is going to be imported, not the data.
Not the data. The data is going to execute it when the query is answered. Okay, got it.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
So the flat file is automatically created with the same structure, right?
Yeah, flat file is supposed to be created with the structure you are supposed to customize in this query transform.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
With the structure you are supposed to customize in this query transform. Okay. Any other questions?
Tomorrow, when I'm trying to do this one, I don't do that.
Any other questions? Sorry, Srini?
Ravi, tomorrow when we are doing the practicals, when creating this KNV table, data transformations, so we're not going to execute the query. We just create what we created. Right?
Yeah, true.
Okay.
So that's all for me for today. Okay. And we'll meet tomorrow at the same time to make sure that we'll continue with this particular application and then work towards the closure.
Ravi.
Tomorrow we are going to see how are we going to extract the data from the ECC table and then start replicating the data into HANA table through BODS. That particular part we are going to see tomorrow. Okay?
Ravi,
Yeah, Chapani.
what is the password you said HANA platform when we're trying to connect to the repository?
I think it is star HANA 123. Star HANA 123. S capital.
Is it all lowercase or is it?
Only S is capital letter and everything is in lowercase.
Yeah, I'm unable to connect, Ravi.
I think, can you please get in touch with this management people? I think they should be able to help you out if that is the case.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can connect to the, the
server,
BODS,
right?
but once I connected, then when I select the HANA platform, it will ask me the password. But when I type you said like a star or a S?
Star HANA 123. S is capital letter.
Okay. Okay then. I will try it. If not, then I will talk to them.
Yeah, sure. Do that one, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, guys, for attending the session, and then the recorded session will be forwarded by management, big classes management.
Okay, thank you.
Srini? Excuse me, Srini?
Yeah. And one
This
thing.
Chandrasekhar, when is the next class?
Chandrasekhar, Srini and Rajiv, Karan, you people, not Srini, those three people, you are going to attend that 9:30 class, right? Indian time.
I mean 9:30 at the Indian time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to join?
Yeah?
Okay, thank you. But we may be doing that particular class in Skype, not in GoToMeeting. Okay. So what
Okay,
we do is that please add my this one meeting ID, Skype ID, that is ravi.intelli.
Ravi.intelli, can you spell the?
I have typed in here in the chat window. Ravi.intellli, Intelli. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.